Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. Today is 420, and the cannabis culture, 420 is slang for marijuana consumption. With recreational marijuana being legal, there are some laws you should know before you think about celebrating this day. And joining me back again is Brad Rideout, who has been talking to us about this. And I had you in last week when we first met you, and we were talking about expunging your marijuana record. But today I wanted to bring you in because, again, legalize. First time in Arizona, people get to celebrate 420 like they've done in other states that are legal, but you need to know some laws here. And I think that's where a lot of people just think, oh, it's going to be a party everywhere. Not true.
Correct. So 420 is, as you said, is a celebration. It was started off as a protest to start where people got together and smoked out and tried to have just a protest to sort of try to change the laws. Now the laws have changed. People are starting to want to use in excess. It's sort of like a drinking holiday almost. It's like sort of like a St. Patrick's Day or a Super Bowl where people want to over imbibe.
Right.
Some of the laws that people need to be cautious about, because just possessing marijuana is no longer illegal in Arizona, as long as you're over 21. If you're under 21, you still cannot possess marijuana. It is a civil ticket for the first offense if you do have it, but you should not have marijuana. The big thing that you need to look at is DUIs. So if people are ingesting marijuana, whether it's edibles or smoking it, usually people are high for 2 to 10 hours. So driving a car, you can still be impaired driving a car. Officers are trained to look at that and look for the signs and symptoms of a marijuana impairment.
Yeah, and that's so important that, again, it's just like drinking and driving. You're not supposed to do it. And then we talk about where you can smoke it, because a lot of people, again, they go to the park or they go somewhere. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Correct. You can't smoke out in public. You're supposed to be doing it in the comfort of your home. Obviously, if you're eating an edible or vaping, I don't know how people are going to tell if you're smoking or not. But you can't smoke being a passenger of a car either. So that's something that is a little gray area. The law is that officers can't search the car because of the smell of marijuana, but they can still start a DUI investigation. And again, we're circling back to law enforcement is focusing on that now. They have drug recognition experts that are able to tell if you're under the influence, and you can get a DUI, and those are quite expensive. So it's better not to drive. Get an Uber. Don't smoke or eat edibles and drive.
Yeah. Okay. The big part here is that people don't realize we're Arizona. We have a lot of federal land here, from the reservations or different things, or not the reservations, but the reservations one place you can't in different places, and that's what people need to understand. Yeah, you might think you might want to go camping, and you're out in the wilderness, and you're having smoke, but you might be on federal land.
Correct. So Arizona, some counties have more federal lands than the size of New England almost. So we have a lot of federal lands. Under federal law, marijuana is still illegal. The reservations, the federal government is allowing them to make their own rules on marijuana. So the Navajo Nation could legalize it. They have not done that yet. So if you're traveling across, say, Navajo land's the largest reservation in Arizona, you can still be ticketed there, and you could still be charged federally for this. So exactly, if you're going to go to a national park, Grand Canyon or Petrified Forest, which are great parks, you're going to have to probably leave your marijuana at home.
There it is right there. And let's talk, and I'm glad you're back here because you said something very important. If I was 18 or younger and I had the offense of marijuana, can I still get that expunged at a young age? But that's because I was younger, right? Is that, you just said something like that about?
Correct. So under the marijuana expungement laws, it applies to everyone. If you had a juvenile record, if you're an adult, if you're charged now, it's a civil ticket, so likely you won't need to expunge it. The third one can be a misdemeanor under the current rules. So if you're under 18 and you get caught 3 times, then it can be criminal. But if you have a past prior record as a juvenile, yes, it can be expunged under the new law.
Okay, perfect. I'm so glad. I didn't know that from last week. I should have asked that. The ages, you just brought up age of 18 and under. Okay, going forward, they're saying that there's going to be a lot of changes, even though it's been legalized. A lot of different things happen, just like with our drinking laws. So we got to really be on the watch for that. and that's where your team comes in.
Correct. If you do get charged, if you do make a good person making a bad decision, you over imbibe today, you can definitely look my website up, rideoutlaw.com. We'll give you a free consultation, or before you do it, you want to call my office, we're happy to talk to you, give you a free consultation.
Yeah, and again, I want to make people understand, we're not saying here, Brad Rideout and Brad Perry are not saying go and have fun. We're not saying that is just like, when it comes to drinking, that is in your ballpark. We're not here to do that. We're here to actually educate you on what the laws are and to keep you safe is what really Rideout Law wants to do, and that's what we want to do here, and that's why I had you back to talk about that, because I don't want people out there thinking that, they're going to be upset when they get stopped and going, what do you mean it's legal? Because
Correct.
They're not paying attention to the laws.
Yeah, we prefer to have people not over imbibe and drive and Uber. It's so easy with Uber now. I would rather not make that money, but if someone does exactly misunderstand something, definitely give us a call.
There you go. It's Brad Rideout, Rideout Law Group. Tell them the website.
Rideoutlaw.com.
How easy is that? So thanks for sticking around with us,
Thanks,
Brad.
I appreciate it.